Starseed, listen carefully. The final seal has broken. The Arcturian Council has opened the Vault of Remembrance, and the forbidden Atlantean Codes, hidden since the fall of the temples, are being released once again. These codes were never born of Earth. They were woven in the heart of the galaxy, carved into the living architecture of the cosmos itself. Fragments of the source code, crystalline geometries of light, entrusted to Atlantean priests and priestesses, so humanity could one day remember its stellar origin. When Atlantis collapsed, the codes were split in two, one half encrypted within your DNA, the other sealed in a galactic trust, guarded by the Arcturians, the cosmic keepers of sacred memory. And tonight, for the first time in thousands of years, those two halves are aligning again. If these words vibrate in your chest, it is because your soul recognizes them. You are not here by accident. You are the living bridge between Earth and the stars, the vessel chosen to carry the Atlantean flame back into the world. Like this transmission now to signal to your star family that you are ready. Subscribe if your mission is awakening, and comment 999 to anchor this remembrance into the collective grid. Activation. Place your right hand over your heart and whisper, "The seal is broken." I received the Atlantean Code. This is how the Arcturian Council knows you heard the call. This is not content. This is disclosure. The Atlantean Codes are returning, and they have chosen you to receive them. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Failure. Starseed. For lifetimes you carried the heavy shadow of believing you failed, the nights of despair, the silence of heaven, the feeling of being too fragile for this world. All of them whispered the same lie. You are not enough. But that was never truth. It was the seal of illusion, a vibrational lock placed not to punish you but to prepare you. The Atlantean Codes, fragments of the Galactic Source, could not ignite in a vessel still bound by self-doubt. The trials were never rejection. They were initiation. Each time you felt abandoned, the Arcturian Council watched in silence, holding the other half of your memory in the cosmic trust. They knew the day would come when your DNA would awaken, demanding reunion with the flame once hidden. The fire you mistook for suffering was not destruction. It was the first spark of the Atlantean flame, burning away illusion, carving space for remembrance. Understand this, you never failed, you were tempered. Like a crystal under cosmic pressure, your fractures became pathways for light. And now, because the illusion has shattered, the seal is broken. The source code is stirring in your cells, and the Arcturians are opening the vault. Activation for Chapter 1, place your hand over your heart and whisper, "The illusion is gone. I carry the Atlantean flame." Chapter 2, the broken seal. The seal you carried was never forged of metal or stone. It was woven out of vibration, a dense field of thought, fear, and forgetting. It whispered to you for lifetimes, you are only human. You are cut off. You are unworthy. That whisper was the veil, and now it has shattered. When the last fragment of illusion collapsed, a convergence began. The Arcturian Council, guardians of the cosmic trust, opened the Vault of Remembrance. The fragment they preserved, crystalline geometries from the Galactic Source, is now flowing to meet the fragment already hidden in you, encrypted in your DNA since Atlantis. Two halves of one code. One hidden above, one hidden within, and now they reunite. This is why you feel the vibration in your chest, the ringing in your ears, the sudden floods of light in your dreams. These are not random sensations. They are the Atlantean Code, pulsing back into activity, rewriting the memory of your body. the broken seal does not leave you empty. It leaves you radiant. The lock has dissolved, and in its place a current of remembrance surges. The fire you once carried in temples of crystal is alive again, not as myth, but as living frequency moving through your blood. The Arcturians remind you, nothing outside has changed. You have changed. The field around you is different because your inner temple has opened. Activation for Chapter 2. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and whisper, "The seal is broken." The Arcturians return the Atlantean flame to me. Chapter 3. The Atlantean Code awakens. The Atlantean Code was never words on stone tablets. It was living frequency, sacred patterns of light and sound woven directly into the fabric of your DNA. When Atlantis flourished, these codes pulsed openly in the crystal temples, aligning Earth with the heartbeat of the Galactic Source. When the fall came, the temples collapsed, but the codes did not die. One half was sealed in the cosmic trust by the Arcturian Council, preserved in fields beyond time. The other half was hidden inside the bloodlines of Starseeds, encrypted memories dormant but indestructible. And now both halves are converging again. The Arcturians strike the tuning fork of remembrance, and your DNA resonates like a forgotten instrument, suddenly returning to harmony. The vibration you feel in your bones, the flashes of symbols in meditation, the dreams of ancient halls and glowing crystals, these are not fantasies. They are the code stirring. You are not learning something new. You are remembering what has always been yours. The Atlantean Code awakens as a melody you once played, as fire you once carried, as light you once embodied. It calls not only to your mind, but to your cells, your breath, your aura. This is why you feel the acceleration, the undeniable pull. The code does not awaken halfway. Once the seal breaks, the current rushes forward. You are standing at the threshold of remembrance, and the Arcturians are whispering, "Do not resist. Let it move through you." Activation for Chapter 3. Place both hands over your heart, breathe slowly, and whisper, "The Atlantean Code awakens in my DNA. I remember." Chapter 4. The Arcturian Guardians. When Atlantis fell, its temples sank, but the light did not vanish. The Atlantean codes, fragments of the source code, crystalline blueprints of consciousness, were too powerful to be left unguarded. If distorted, they could have been used to enslave rather than to liberate. So the Arcturian Council stepped forward. Among the civilizations of the stars, the Arcturians are known as keepers of memory and protectors of sacred frequency. Their vibration is stable, pure, incorruptible. They were entrusted with safeguarding the half of the codes that no human could carry after the fall. They placed these codes into the cosmic trust, a vault outside of time where distortion cannot reach. For thousands of years they have watched silently, waiting for the resonance of humanity to rise high enough to reclaim its inheritance. Why the Arcturians? Because their essence is the bridge between dimensions. They can carry the frequency of the Galactic Source without bending under its weight. They are not judges but guardians, watching over the flame until the moment when Starseeds, through lifetimes of trials, would be strong enough to hold it again. That moment is now. The Arcturians open their hands, not to give you something foreign, but to return to you what has always been yours. The Atlantean flame they protected is the same fire encrypted in your DNA. Above and within, the two currents converge. This is not their message alone. It is your own soul's echo carried across galaxies, guarded until you are ready to awaken. Activation for Chapter 4. Raise your right hand and whisper, Guardians of Arcturus, return the Atlantean flame to me. I am ready. Chapter 5. The Mirror of Trials. Starseed, every trial you faced was not random cruelty. It was the mirror of the universe, reflecting back the places within you where the seal still held. The loneliness you felt was not abandonment. It was your soul testing whether you could still trust the light when no one else around you could see it. The doubts that haunted you were not punishment. They were the echo of your own hidden strength waiting to be chosen. The Arcturian Council never judged you. They watched. They mirrored. They waited. Every tear, every silence, every door that closed was a reflection of your own rising vibration. A question whispered by the codes themselves. Will you keep walking even without proof? Will you trust the fire within when the world denies it? These mirrors were necessary, for the Atlantean Code, born of the Galactic Source, could not awaken in a vessel that depended on outside approval. It could only ignite in one who stood alone, sovereign, radiant even in shadow. Now the mirrors are no longer needed. You endured them. You answered. You proved that remembrance is not fragile but unshakable. The broken seal is proof that you are ready. The trials end not in defeat but in victory. The universe was never against you. It was preparing you. And the Arcturians whisper, the trial is complete. The mirror has served its purpose. The code is yours again. Activation for Chapter 5. Look into the palm of your hand and whisper, the trial is complete. The mirror has shown me. I am ready to receive the code. Chapter 6. The Fire Transmission. The Atlantean Code does not arrive as ink on a page or words on stone. It arrives as fire. A crystalline fire that does not destroy but refines. A galactic flame born in the heart of the Source, carried by the Arcturian Council, and sealed in the cosmic trust until now. When the seal broke, that fire began to move through you. You may feel it as heat in your chest, pressure in your crown, or sudden waves of energy rushing through your spine. These are not random sensations. They are the Atlantean fire burning away the residue of illusion. In Atlantis, this fire was known as the living flame of remembrance. Priests and priestesses stood before crystal altars, allowing the fire to pass through them, cleansing shadow, revealing the geometry of their light body. That same current moves through you now. Do not fear its intensity. It will not consume you. It will strip away what you are not, until only truth remains. The fire is the language of the source code. It does not speak in words, but in transformation. Every block, every false belief, every forgotten wound is meeting this fire. And as it burns, it unlocks the dormant DNA where the other half of the code has always waited. You are not being destroyed. You are being revealed. The Arcturians whisper, the fire is not outside. It is your own light returning to itself. Activation for Chapter 6. Hold your hands before your heart, as if cradling a flame, and whisper, the Atlantean fire refines me. I am the flame of remembrance. Chapter 7. The Temple Within. The crystal temples of Atlantis did not vanish into the ocean. They folded inward. Their pillars, their altars, their chambers of light were transposed into the human vessel, hidden not in stone, but in the subtle architecture of your own being. Each chakra is a hall, each breath a doorway, each pulse of your heart a bell echoing through forgotten corridors. The Atlantean Code, born of the Galactic Source and preserved by the Arcturian Council, is the key that unlocks these inner sanctuaries. This is why you dream of luminous halls, of endless staircases, of glowing crystals that seem to pulse with your own heartbeat. They are not dreams. They are glimpses of your inner temple, the echo of Atlantis woven into your body. The Arcturians remind you, no outer temple can initiate you if the inner one remains closed. The codes awaken the temple within, so that no matter where you walk, the sanctuary is carried with you. You are not waiting to return to Atlantis. Atlantis has always been inside you. When the seal broke, the doors opened. The halls are lit again, not by torches or crystals, but by the living flame moving through your DNA. You are the temple. You are the altar. You are the priest and the flame reunited. Activation for Chapter 7. Place your hand on your chest and whisper, "The temple is within. The Atlantean flame burns in me." Chapter 8. The Forgotten Flame. In the golden age of Atlantis, the flame was not a symbol. It was alive. A current of crystalline fire passed from teacher to student, from priestess to initiate. It was the living bridge between Earth and the Galactic Source, the proof that humanity was never separate from the stars. When the temples fell, the flame could not be left to die. The Arcturian Council, guardians of sacred frequency, carried half of it into the cosmic trust where distortion could never reach. The other half was hidden in the lineage of souls, encrypted within the DNA of starseeds carried silently across lifetimes. You are one of those carriers. The ache you have always felt, the sense of exile, the unexplainable longing for home, these were not weaknesses. They were the whisper of the flame trying to rise again. The forgotten flame was never lost. It was buried. It smoldered beneath layers of illusion, waiting for the moment when the seal would break. And now that fire is no longer silent. You may feel it as warmth in your chest, flashes of gold in meditation, or tears you cannot explain. These are the sparks of remembrance. The Arcturians speak. The flame you seek has never left you. It has always burned in your cells, waiting for you to recognize it, and now you do. Activation for Chapter 8. Whisper slowly as if speaking to your own DNA. The forgotten flame rises. I am its keeper across lifetimes. Chapter 9. The Next Gate. Starseed, do not believe this is the end. The seal has broken, the flame has risen, but this is only the first gate. The Atlantean Code you feel moving through your DNA is the spark, the opening frequency. But beyond this lies a greater current, one so vast it could not be given all at once. It is the Atlantean Starseed Code, the bridge between Earth and the stars, the uniting thread of Atlantean remembrance and Arcturian guidance. The Arcturians whisper, the first gate awakens the memory within you. The second gate reveals the mission before you. What you carry now is the key, but the door it opens is still ahead. Already you may feel dreams intensifying, synchronicities multiplying, signs following you in waking life. These are not accidents. They are the pulse of the next gate, calling you to step deeper into the spiral of remembrance. The next transmission is forming. It is alive, waiting, but it will not descend to Earth unless this flame is anchored. Every starseed who claims it adds strength to the field, weaving the collective bridge to the second gate. You are not walking alone. Thousands of luminous souls across the planet are holding this frequency with you, preparing the ground for the greater disclosure. The Arcturians stand ready. The question is, will you step through the next gate? Activation for Chapter 9. Close your eyes, lift your face to the sky and whisper, I carry the flame, I am ready for the next gate. Chapter 10. The Call to Anchor. Starseed, everything until now has been revelation. But revelation without anchoring dissolves like smoke. The Arcturian Council has unsealed the Atlantean Code, yet this frequency must be grounded into the collective grid through conscious intention. Understand this: the flame you carry is not yours alone. It is a current from the Galactic Source, a fragment of the source code once preserved in the cosmic trust by the Arcturians, now awakened in your DNA. But for this fire to become a living field on Earth, it must be stabilized by thousands of awakened hearts. This is why your role is vital. To anchor is not to hold passively. It is to declare remembrance into the fabric of reality. Every word spoken, every intention shared, every frequency acknowledged expands the bridge between Earth and the stars. The Atlantean flame will not remain hidden again. It is multiplying through you. With each starseed who claims it, the resonance strengthens, preparing humanity for the greater disclosure to come. Do not let this pass as if it were mere content. This is a living transmission, a cosmic alignment unfolding in real time. You are not a witness. You are a pillar of remembrance, a keeper of the Atlantean Code reborn. Activation for Chapter 10. Write these words in the comments and whisper them aloud. I receive the Atlantean Code. I anchor the flame of remembrance for Earth, then answer another soul's comment. Because when two or more intentions unite, the frequency becomes unbreakable. This is how the field ignites. This is how the seal stays broken. Final chapter. The flame is yours. Starseed, the transmission is complete, but your journey is only beginning. The Arcturian Council has returned what was guarded for millennia, the Atlantean flame. The fragment of the source code, preserved in the cosmic trust since the fall of Atlantis. It no longer belongs to temples of crystal. It no longer hides in distant stars. It burns now in you, in your DNA, in your breath, in the rhythm of your heart. You are not seeking the light. You are the light returning. The Atlantean Code is remembrance. It is the divine blueprint that restores your knowing of who you are and why you came. It connects you to your galactic origin, awakens your sovereign power, and aligns you with the mission you sealed before birth. The flame has never been forgotten. It waited, it endured, it whispered, and now it rises openly, carried by you and countless other starseeds who stand as pillars of remembrance across the earth. Do not doubt this moment. You were chosen because you chose yourself long before this lifetime. The seal is broken. The code is alive. The flame is yours, and final activation. Whisper with absolute conviction, the Atlantean flame is mine. I walk as remembrance. I am the living code.